For the sake of leaving some element of privacy, I am going to be renaming my ex so I don't get sued or anything like that. After this series is finished, I'm pretty sure that there's definitely something coming. That being said, we are going to call my ex-boyfriend, my son's father, Asmodeus. And Asmodeus is the demon of lust. I will be covering phone numbers. I will be as discreet as possible with any photos when it comes to imaging. And we're just going to go from there. The beginning of me and Asmodeus started in September of 2023. I joined an online dating site. I downloaded the app and it is called blackpeoplemeet.com. That's how we met. So I was very, very particular and detailed when I made my profile. I didn't want to attract the wrong kind of people. I did state that I have children and I would like to have more children in the future. And I did state that I was looking for a long-term relationship and it would result in marriage. In my bio, and my bio is the same, it's never changed. I actually got rid of the app once I met my ex-boyfriend. In my bio, I said I don't want my time wasted. Let's not waste each other's time. This is what I'm looking for. And left it to the general public, whoever was on that app. So myself and my now ex-boyfriend Asmodeus, we matched. And the way that these dating apps work is based on your profile, based on what you're looking for. They will link you with people in your area geographically, as well as based on what their interests and wants are. So Asmodeus's profile, he was looking for the same thing. He wanted a long-term relationship and he wanted it to result in marriage. So they linked us together. This app was really tricky and I could not for the life of me figure it out. I couldn't even find customer service. I forgot what package I got, but I paid for it. I paid for it in order to access my messages because in under 24 hours I had 2,000 matches. So I paid for it, but then upon opening like my first message, the app told me I needed to pay again for each individual message. And I was like, you know what? I'm not linking my card any more than it's already linked to have all this money come out of my account randomly when I'm not paying attention or when I'm off the app. So I was like, you know what? Let me just message the first person that I linked with and we'll just go from there. So the first message I got from Asmodeus, I sent him my phone number. I was like, you know, if it doesn't work out, you just block people. So I sent him my phone number and I explained to him this app is really tricky and I'm having difficulty navigating it. Do you know how to navigate it? It matched us, and if you would like to talk to me on the phone, here's my number. I believe he texted me the first night. And then we had a phone call the following day. From that phone call, we scheduled a date. It was for 7:30 p.m. after I got off of work. As you can see right at the top of the screenshot of the Starbucks we were to meet at, you can see the date that reads September 28th, 2023. This is a screenshot of my text thread between myself and Asmodeus. And as you guys know, you can't alter those types of things. These are real text messages in real time between myself and Asmodeus. We were meeting at a Starbucks in Cherry Hill. I was running a little bit behind because I still wanted to be able to get off work and go freshen up and change my outfit. So I was running quite behind. So we changed it from going to Starbucks to now going to the Cheesecake Factory in Cherry Hill. If you go into your Google Maps, you can actually backtrack a date and a year, and it will show you exactly where you were at what time you were there. As you can see, September 28th, 2023, on a Thursday, I was at the Cheesecake Factory in Cherry Hill, New Jersey between the hours of 8:09 p.m. and 10:13 p.m. I remember I wore a brown leather skirt, a white bodysuit, and I wore these brown ankle boots. And I had my hair up in a ponytail. I had a weave ponytail in. This is a selfie I took the morning of September 28th, 2023. This is the exact hairstyle I had in. This makeup and hairstyle is exactly what I wore to my date. This is the exact outfit that I wore to my date, September 28th, 2023. The boots, the bodysuit, and the skirt. I got there and we sat down. He was nice. He was attractive to me. He was really good at communication. The conversation was good. And we were laughing and joking. And then he said, "What exactly are you looking for?" And I said, well, there's no better time than the present, even though it was already in my profile, in my bio, on the app. Let me just reiterate this so we don't have any miscommunication about what we're doing here. I told him, I'm looking for a long-term relationship. I want to get married. I'm 35. I have 2 children. I would like to get married. I want to be taken seriously, and I want any party coming into my life knowing that that's what I want, that's my goal, and that's the purpose of us being here. You get me? He said that's exactly what I want too. I want the same. So the date went fine. He paid for the date. He asked me to tip the waiter, and I was like, it's a tip. It's okay. I can't remember what I ate. I think I got a salad. I think we both got salads. And it was nice. He walked me to my car afterwards, and we were just joking back and forth, very sarcastic, the both of us. And it was nice. It was a very nice first date. As you can see, September 29th, 2023, our conversation continued the very next day. Following that, we would just text back and forth and schedule different meetups throughout the week. We would meet up at Starbucks because he was in school full time and he was always going to Starbucks or Barnes and Noble. For their internet access, we could study. And he attended CCC, which is Camden County Community College in Camden, obviously. So he wasn't too far from school, and he could go to a local coffee shop and use their internet and just zone out and study and do whatever it was that he needed to do. So we would meet up frequently throughout the week at Starbucks or Barnes and Noble. And it was nice. It was really casual and it was really nice. From what he told me on our first date, he told me that he had 4 children and they had 4 different mothers. They were all children with different women. He told me his 2 oldest were 18 and 19 and they were boys. So I was just like, oh, they're grown. You know what I mean? They're grown. So to some extent, I'm not really thinking am I going to have issues with their mothers or anything like that. He said they were in California and they're grown. And then he mentioned he had 2 girls. One was 13 and she was in California, and one was 7 and he had full custody of her here in the state of New Jersey. He told me that he owned 2 properties. He owned a property in New Jersey, which is where he currently resided at with his daughter, and he owned a property in California. He didn't go into too much detail about that property. I just assumed it was being rented out or something like that, or Airbnb. He let me know he worked overnight and that his daughter attended a private Christian school or a Catholic school. I think it was a Christian school. And I asked him, I was like, just because it's rare, where is her mom? I'm wondering, I'm thinking it must have been some kind of loss, or maybe she just gave him full custody because she wanted to go find herself or something of that nature. And he was like, no, she's just in California. This is just our arrangement. I have full custody of my daughter here in New Jersey and she just lives in California. She still speaks to my daughter and sees my daughter and they have a relationship and so on and so forth. I was like, oh, okay. So, because it's a rarity. It's a rarity to see a single father, especially a Black single father. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying that it is a rarity. So I gave him points for that. I was like, okay, look at you sticking it out, staying around and being that parent. Thank you. Kudos. I'm going to be honest. I am not completely sure what exactly he was in school majoring in. I do know that it was something business oriented.